Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are doing lesson 5 on unit 6, Across the Divide. We are talking about Northern Ireland. Specifically today we are working on pages 24, 25 and 26 of your brochure. If you're ready, let's get started. As you can see, we are on page 24 of your brochure. First of all, we are going to look at this picture and emit hypotheses about Hazelwood Integrated College. Second, we will watch a video that has been separated in 2 parts, and we will write what we hear and what we understand on page 24 and page 25. You have a lot of space, so please feel free to take notes while you listen and watch the video, and then we can correct. You have as much space as you need. All right, so first, we can see this photograph, which is in black and white, and we have a little arrow that's pink, and that says Róisín. Okay, so that's probably, there's a capital R in the name, so it's probably her name, right? That's a proper noun. So Róisín is probably her name, and Hazelwood Integrated College, what could that be? College is another name for high school or for school, and Hazelwood is probably, again, the name of the school. So what hypothesis can we emit? Well, there's the word integrated. Integrated, intégré. Integrated. Well, Hazelwood might be a school where people from different communities go to school together, because integrated is the opposite of separated. So you know that in Northern Ireland you can have Catholic schools, Protestant schools. Integrated schools might be a school where you can mix people. Maybe Hazelwood is a school for both Catholics and Protestants. Both is les deux, à la fois. So maybe Hazelwood is a school for both Catholics and Protestants. Now let's have a look at the video and answer the questions on part 1.
It's the end of June, and it's Róisín's last day of school. But this school is different to most others in Northern Ireland. Here, Catholics and Protestants go to school together. And it seems to work. Lots of people think this may be a solution to the division. But in Northern Ireland, it's still very rare. Only 7% of young people are in mixed schools. There's a reason Róisín wanted to go to school here.
Okay, let's watch again and then correct together.
It's the end of June, and it's Róisín's last day of school. But this school is different to most others in Northern Ireland. Here, Catholics and Protestants go to school together. And it seems to work. Lots of people think this may be a solution to the division. But in Northern Ireland, it's still very rare. Only 7% of young people are in mixed schools. There's a reason Róisín wanted to go to school here.
Part 1. What is special about this school? This school is special because it is for both Catholics and Protestants. This school is different to most others in Northern Ireland. Here, Catholics and Protestants go to school together. This is rare. In the documentary, they say only 7% of young people are in mixed schools. Question B. In the documentary, they say there is a reason Róisín wanted to go to school there. What do you think it could be? What could it be? Well, we have several options here. Maybe Róisín wanted to meet people from the other community, or maybe she already had friends from the other community and she wanted the opportunity to go to school with them, with her friends. So really, we have a lot of options. Let's watch part 2 of the documentary and find out. Don't forget, answer the questions on your paper, page 24 and 25.
There's a reason Róisín wanted to go to school here. Holy Cross. After the ordeal of being attacked by Protestants on her way to primary school, Róisín made a big decision.
I just thought, like, I didn't want to judge them all for what, like, some of them had just done. Like, I wanted to give, like, other people a chance, like, because not everyone's the same, so.
Why do you think there aren't more integrated schools?
Because not everyone agrees with it, no way.
Really? Do you think people would disagree with a mixed school?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
I don't.
Even
The thought of our kids mixing with other people of different religions is definitely, like.
Really?
Yeah. I know loads of people that didn't want me to be sent here, my family.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They disagree with it. Like, they didn't think it was right.
What do you think the best bits about integrated school?
Doesn't teach one solid religion, like it's open-minded to everybody. It doesn't teach you that like they're different from you or you're different from them. It's like you're all equal, so you'll all be treated as equal.
We hear that their accents are quite strong, but let's listen again. Let's focus on the questions of the journalist and the tone that the girls adopt.
There's a reason Róisín wanted to go to school here. Holy Cross. After the ordeal of being attacked by Protestants on her way to primary school, Róisín made a big decision.
I just thought, like, I didn't want to judge them all for what, like, some of them had just done. Like, I wanted to give, like, other people a chance, like, because not everyone's the same, so.
Why do you think there aren't more integrated schools?
Because not everyone agrees with it, no way.
Really? Do you think people would disagree with a mixed school?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
I don't. The thought of our kids mixing with other people of different religions is definitely, like.
Really?
Yeah. I know loads of people that didn't want me to be sent here, my family.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They disagree with it. Like, they didn't think it was right.
What do you think the best bits about integrated school?
Doesn't teach one solid religion, like it's open-minded to everybody. It doesn't teach you that like they're different from you or you're different from them. It's like you're all equal, so you'll all be treated as equal.
Okay, so if you need to, watch this video again as many times as you need. Let's correct part 2. So, why did she want to go to school there? Well, she did want to meet people from the other community because she says and she thinks not everybody is the same. The students say that public opinion of integrated schools is not very good. Even in Róisín's family, some people did not want her to go to an integrated school, especially older generations, like her grandparents. The students, they see benefits in attending an integrated school. Not only do they meet people from different communities who they might not otherwise have met, they are taught that even though they are different, they will be treated equally. They think this is an important lesson, which I agree with. It doesn't teach one side of religion, it's open-minded to everybody. That's what one of the students says. Moving on to page 26. On page 26, you see that we have an article that's been adapted from Wikipedia. and that's titled The Holy Cross Dispute. And you can see that there's a photograph, and in there, in the legend of the photograph, we can read Catholic school children and their parents make their way to a Holy Cross Roman Catholic school under heavy police and British Army presence, Belfast, September 4, 2001. So let's read the article, and then let's think how this relates to Róisín's situation. The Holy Cross Dispute. The Holy Cross Dispute occurred in 2001 and 2002 in the Ardoin, one of the most deprived areas in North Belfast. During the 30-year conflict known as the Troubles, Ardoin had become segregated. Ulster Protestants lived in one area and Irish Catholics in another. This left Holy Cross, a Catholic primary school for girls, in the middle of a Protestant area. In June 2001, Protestant loyalists began picketing the school, claiming that Catholics were regularly attacking their homes and denying them access to facilities. For weeks, hundreds of protesters tried to stop the school children and their parents from walking to school through their area. Some protesters shouted sectarian abuse and threw stones, bricks, fireworks, blast bombs, and urine-filled balloons at the school children and their parents. Hundreds of riot police, backed up by British soldiers, escorted the children and their parents through the protests each day. The scenes of frightened Catholic schoolgirls experiencing such abuse from loyalist protesters as they walked to school captured world headlines. Death threats were made against the parents and school staff by the Red Hand Defenders, a loyalist paramilitary group. The protest was condemned by both Catholics and Protestants, including politicians. The Loyalists agreed to suspend the protests after being promised tighter security for the area, and the situation has been mostly quiet since then. So again, this is an article adapted from Wikipedia. Now I'm just going to move my little face down there, and let's see. So what can we take from this article and apply to Róisín's situation? Well, in the report, Róisín mentions being attacked at school when she was little. She was likely attending Holy Cross Primary School in 2001-2002. She was probably harassed and assaulted by Protestant loyalists, but instead of shutting herself in her community, she decided to get to know Protestants so this kind of scene will not repeat in the future. Róisín got attacked by Protestants on her way to primary school. However, she didn't want to judge all Protestants negatively just because some of them hurt her. That is why she decided to go to Hazelwood. She said after the ordeal, or not she, but the journalist said, after the ordeal of being attacked by Protestants on her way to primary school, Róisín made a big decision. And that decision was to go to an integrated school and to meet Protestants, become friends, and help the situation become better. She also says, I forgot the quote marks. I don't want to judge them I don't want to judge them all for what some of them had done. She also said, I wanted to give people a chance. I'm just going to move my head again. There you go. I wanted to give other people a chance. So if we think about it for just a minute, Róisín's story is quite inspiring because as a very young child, she was attacked by a different community. And as a child, she realized that this was completely stupid. There is no reason to hate the other community just because they are from the other community. We should get to know people, understand people, become friends, talk to them. If we don't like them then as a person, that's okay. But not liking a person based on their community, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Okay, so on page 20, let me think, 27, you have some writing space for a diary entry. If you don't have any space left, you can go to the end of your brochure. That's absolutely fine. What I suggest for you to do is to write a diary entry. So I want you to imagine you are one of the pupils in one of these videos. So either you've taken part in exchanging stories, you remember, where they exchange their school uniforms and they meet a person from a different religious school, or you have just finished your time at Hazelwood, an integrated school. In either case, write about your experience. And I give you a little example. If I can move my head again. Yes. So for example, 3rd of July 2020, Dear Diary, I've had a great day, or I've had a great year. And then your job is to continue this. This is it for this video. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned some things. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.